All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson, and Lord willing, it to be edifying. And get the inspiration of this one. I was watching the Apostle Aram live this morning as he was doing this lesson, and he mentioned during the lesson, and I that's what I'll probably title it. But he said how we as the prophets, us, the Israelites who woke up to finding out who we are and actually going out and prophesying against this system. But he said, we just talking and Esau going down. You see, he said, we just talking and Esau going down. And I, to kind of spark my spirit to go, want to speak on that, because that's true. And that shows the power of this word, man. And that shows that the things that was written aforetime on how the Lord was going to wake up his people by way of the Holy Spirit. We see that playing out live in time, man. Like we see these things playing out live and in time. The Lord waking up his people, us coming back to who we are, and Esau being exposed. You see the MOTB here, World War III, so on and so forth. All these things that was set to happen at the end is taking place, right? And with these prophecies taking place, is going to be a change of worlds. The nation of Edom and these heathens going to fall forever, and the nation of Israel going to rule, And before I get into the precepts, I want to make one more point that just hit my spirit. And you know how often, in antiquity, in ancient times, which it didn't always happen, but the majority of the time, when the kingdom will fall, you'll usually have a war, right? When another nation or kingdom will conquer a said empire, right? But in this one, which is gonna be a war in heaven. But the point Apostle said is that we just talking and Esau falling. This man is being brung down by so-called bums and just niggas and Mexicans just talking on the highways and hedges, just doing lessons and uploading them on YouTube. Who would have ever thought the minorities going out on the highways and hedges would be the way America gonna fall? Who would have ever thought minorities uploading videos on YouTube speaking against the system and reading out the Bible was gonna be the way that the oppression of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was going to end, and the so-called white man was going to fall? Who would have ever thought? But that's to show the power of the Bible. As the apostle said, and we'll get into it, we just talking and Esau is falling, man. We ain't gotta do nothing else. We ain't gotta have an army, pick up guns, none of that. Let's start with this first. Something Yahweh Shai said. It's Matthew chapter 24. The Lord willing, we get straight to the point with it. It's Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. It says, in this gospel, keyword this gospel, right? This, keyword this. It says, in this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then what? And then shall the end come. And that's to show you we have the truth. The so-called Christianity gospel. That's why keyword is this one we talking about. Been preached. Christianity been preached for hundreds of years. It haven't brought forth the end. The world only got worse, really. Ain't nobody come back to Yahweh Shai in its true sense. But now that this gospel is pushed, the Israelites on who they are. You got the Israelites waking up, the Edomites being exposed, Babylon the Great being exposed, right? All the major prophecies are in mainstream media on the forefront. It have brought forth the end of the world. Again, just talking. And see, that's why it's messing Esau up so much, because he want us to get carnal. The so-called white man, his power, his strength comes from being carnal, military power, right? Attacking people, going to war. That's what he was blessed with the sword. So now the Lord put him in a corner because the last enemy that he got to worry about fighting in order to keep his kingdom, they not fighting corner. It's a spiritual battle, and Esau don't know how to fight spiritual, man. You see, all we doing is speaking. Let's get this real quick. Let's read that again. Yahweh Shai said, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations." So when people see or hear this truth, guess what? Then the end go come. Why? Why it gotta come now? Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 55. Again, we just speaking and Esau falling. This is why it gotta happen. What we saying gotta happen. If not, guess who a liar? The Heavenly Father. You see? So now that the word being spoke, it gotta come to pass. Let's get this real quick. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 9. It says, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts." This is what I wanted, verse 10. It says, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and return not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud." It's like it. Let me read that again. It got background noise. People doing road construction. Right, but this proved that now that the word have been spoken, as the apostle said, we just talking. Now that we have said these things, it gotta come now. Esau gotta fall. It's Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10. It says, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and return not thither," right? So as when it rain or snow, when that water come down from the heavens, it don't bounce back up to the heaven. No, it come down, hit the ground, go into the soil for a purpose. Let's read it. And the Lord making a point on why he's saying this. Isaiah 55 and 10, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and return not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud." So when that water come down from the heavens, it go into the ground and produce. It bring things forth. It says that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So in the same way it says, "Well, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it." Meaning what? As water come down from the heavens and it don't go back up, it come down to produce, to do what it's supposed to do. The Lord said, "My word gonna be the same." So if you got the prophets out here speaking these things, guess what? It ain't about to bounce back up. It gotta happen. It gotta happen. That's why when this gospel of the kingdom be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. That's how powerful the Lord's word is, man. Let's get this real quick. Hebrews 4. It's kind of like a little rapid fire. Hebrews 4. And we're going to get straight to the point, verse 12. And we're going to read the NLT. Hebrews 4 and 12. It says, "For the word of the Most High is alive and powerful." It's quick and powerful. To show you this thing is real, man. It says, "It's alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword." And you know what's so cold? It said it's sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword. Well, Esau was given a blessing of the sword, but this word is way more deadlier. You see, this word is way more deadlier. See, our sword, the spiritual sword, can stop a physical sword, but a physical sword can't cut through nothing spiritual. See, in the past, Esau was able to sack our temples. The first temple, he helped the Babylonians. He burnt the Edomites, burnt it. The second temple, 70 A.D., the Romans destroyed it. See, this third temple, Yahweh Shai finalized temple, he can't touch it because it's not physical. Hence, that's why I even gave my page the name GMS Spiritual Temple, because the third temple is going to be Yahweh Shai, his body, the spiritual temple, man, his believers. And nobody can do nothing to this one. How can Esau and all these other heathens take down this temple when it's the believers across the four corners now? They don't know who is who. So what the Lord got going is more deadly and sharper than what Esau got planned. Let's read it. Hebrews 4 and 12 in the NLT. "For the word of the Most High is alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword, cutting between soul and spirit, between joint and marrow. It exposes our innermost thoughts and desire." And that's why Esau got a problem with what we saying. Go read Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. It gives an insight on what the elites talk about in their secret meetings and how the prophets bother them. Once they hear our message, it bothers them, man. And we know they're hearing it. The scriptures say that this message, this truth, was going to go into the ears of the leaders, the gates of the nobles, the rulers. But in Wisdom of Solomon 2, it said that this word bothers them. That's why Lord willing, we might have to end it on that in Revelation 12. It says when he come with great wrath, he wants to come after those who have this truth that goes against his system. Out of all the things that can be out of all the things that could be attempted to take down American or white man, it won't work. Who would have ever thought niggas, Hispanics, and Native Americans speaking and just speaking words from the Bible would be the way this man was going to fall? Right? But that's the way, just speaking the word. What that is? Not carnal. Just speaking, man. The 2 Corinthians chapter 4, what Apostle said, we just talking and Esau falling. 2 Corinthians 4 and 5, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We don't have to get a militia, right? The NFC, not effing around coalition. We don't have to do that. We don't have to get guns. We don't have to like ISUPK. We ain't got to do push-ups and, and go to the gun range. We don't have to. Just preach the word. And the Lord going to do the rest. And watch this man fall. That's it. That makes it easy on us. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High. See, it's mighty through the Heavenly Father, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, not us. But mighty through the Most High to the pulling down the strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach, man. Because us speaking against Esau is not only that, but a lot of other people starting to wake up through that. The belief they once had in this system. Now they see it. Now they stepping away from this society. See, this word being pushed out is hurting Esau more than the ways we might consider. One way, you have the Israelites waking up and he can't take that. This man don't know. He know the prophets waking up. He don't know who the elect. And it's these Israelites waking up across the four corners, and he know what that means. On the other side, it's exposing his New World Order plans, right? The MOTB, what that is, what he plan on doing. Man merging with machine. It's exposing his New World Order plans, and people no longer want to be a part of the society because they see that it's some bullshit. So this word is hurting this man more than one way. And not just that, we speaking events into existence, as they say, natural disasters, and all these things that's taking place is happening because it's been spoken to existence by the prophets, man. And the Lord's word is coming to pass. It's affecting this man. All we have to do is keep talking, and they're gonna keep falling. Right? Just like Jeremiah, the Lord told Jeremiah, now that I got my word in your mouth, you able to bring down kingdoms, destroy empires, so on and so forth. Now, did Jeremiah actually take up weapons and destroy empires and bring down kingdoms? No, he didn't. But all he did is speak the word, and it happened. That's all we doing is speaking the word and look around. It's happening, man. But let's get this real quick. In Revelation 12, since I mentioned it. Revelation 12, and what I just mentioned about Jeremiah, I think is in Jeremiah 1 when he was called, right? He was first called after he said, I'm a child, and the Lord said, look, I think it's in verse 8, 1 and 8. He said, look, I put my word in your mouth. Now that I got my word in your mouth, you're able to take down kingdoms, destroy, so on and so forth, to show how powerful this word is. But let's get this real quick, just to show when Esau come down with great wrath on the world, because he know he got a short time to rule, is a specific target he want to get. Yeah, he coming down on the world, but he want those who have this truth against him, man. He want the ones who have this truth against him. Matter of fact, before we get that, we'll end it off on Revelation 12. We'll end it off on Revelation 12. Let's see what I want. because I got Philippians as well. I want to see what I want first. Because in Philippians, he said, us speaking his word is a clear sign to our enemies that they are going to be destroyed. Matter of fact, let's get Philippians first. It's Philippians in the NLT. We're going to get that. Because that's going to be the reason why he got to come down with great wrath. Because what? What we saying is a clear sign that this is his end. What we saying is a clear sign that this is this man's end, and he going to fight for it. He going to do what he can to keep it. All we got to do is keep talking, and they going to keep falling. I like that. Keep talking, and they going to keep falling. This is Philippians 1 and verse 27 in the NLT. We're going to read 27 and 28, right? Now, Apostle Paul telling the church, look, as y'all keep fighting, strive and grow together as y'all pushing this gospel. And he going to tell us the effects that all we doing is pushing the gospel, the effect is going to have on our enemies, right? This Philippians 1 and 27 in the NLT, it says, above all, you must live as citizens of heaven, conducting yourselves in a manner worthy of the good news of Mashiach. Right? Now, it says good news right here, but in the KJV, it says gospel. So in the NLT, it says good news, but in the KJV, it says gospel. So when we read good news, it's talking about the gospel, the truth that we are pushing. Philippians 1 and 27 in the NLT. Above all, you must live as citizens of heaven, conducting yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel about Mashiach. Then whether I come and see you again or only hear about you, I will know that you are standing together with one spirit and one purpose, fighting together for the faith which is the gospel. Now watch this. He talking about the truth that we have and that we are part of. Now watch this. It says, and don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies. Because what is this? What he was just saying, as we coming together in this truth, going out and fighting and striving, right, for the sake of the gospel. That's what he was saying, right? So he said, as we out doing that, don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies, because this will be a sign to them that they are going to be destroyed. Come on, man. It says, but that you are going to be saved even by the Most High himself. We got to read this one more time. Because us out here doing what we doing, what the Lord allowing us to do, pushing his word, and Esau, see, the everyday American don't see it, the everyday Edomite don't know it, but the elite, they see the analytics on how the society falling and how many people starting to tune into the Israelite thing and how many people starting to change. Esau really see that, man. He see that. He see how many people starting to get involved in the things that we saying is happening around the world, even the things that we saying about what they doing with the New World Order that haven't been put on mainstream media yet. Esau, like, how they know this? So the point is, as we out doing what we doing and prophecy is being fulfilled, this is a clear sign to the elites that they time over with. That it's over with, man. And you know what it said? How they know? About us striving and just pushing the word, the gospel. They gonna know it's time for them to be destroyed and it's time for us to be saved. And that's why we got to end it with Revelation 12, because now he got to come down with wrath. Because he mad now. him mad. You see? Him mad, y'all. Esau mad now. So now he gotta make everybody else miserable with him. Right? But let's read this one more time. Just to show how powerful just pushing this word is, whether it's on YouTube, highways and hedges, whatever, a quick hit, a long lesson, a live show, a regular video, man, push the word out. Let that energy go out into the atmosphere, man. Because the Lord said, just like water come down from the sky, and it don't bounce back, but it come down to the earth and do what it's supposed to do, push that energy out. Because if you say it, guess what? That the spirit of it got to come to pass, man. You see? Let's read this again. Philippians 1 and 27. So as we push the gospel, it says, so don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies. Verse 28, it says, because this will be a sign to them that they are going to be destroyed, but that you are going to be saved even by the Most High himself. So Esau know what time it is. We talking and they falling. And this is why he got to do this. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, Esau Edom, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? It says, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He know it's over with. Why? Because the Bible is starting to play out in his face. And it's not just that he will come on a world with great wrath. Let's jump down because it's a specific target. Verse 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman being Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High. And check this out. And that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's the ones Esau want. When he come down with wrath on the world, he want the ones who follow the Lord and those who have the truth, the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. What we saying on a daily, man. That's to show you what's really bringing down Esau kingdom. The biggest, baddest kingdom and empire the world have ever seen, with the baddest military might. Who would have ever thought all you got to do is speak the word and it was gonna fall? Not pick up a weapon or nothing. Just the Lord, man. That should show you the Most High. He just speaking it, and the biggest, baddest nigga on the block is falling. That's cold, man. But look, we're going to end it right there, Lord. Willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash. And with that, Shalom.